Hello, hello, beautiful divine mothers. Beautiful divine mothers. So excited for this transmission. It has, sorry, just bear with me 2 moments. It has been a lot of energy coming up to this from last night and now. So it's going to be a potent one. Last night I didn't get much sleep, and I find that always happens right before a really potent transmission. So I'm really not surprised, or right before a potent experience. It just allows for the energy to come through in a different way when I'm operating on not much sleep, but it also makes it a little bit harder for me to communicate in a really coherent and flowing way with you. So I do apologize if I am a little bit scattered. I've got some notes to try and keep me on track, so hopefully that helps. So welcome to Dissolving the Divine Mother Persecution Wound. And just to pre-frame before we jump on in and waiting for anyone to come in live, I'm just going to talk a little bit about it so that we can activate within your body, within your cells, within your auric field, within all layers of your light and organic matter. What is alive for you when it comes to the Divine Mother Persecution Wound? Now, this is something, we've heard the word persecution wound a lot, right? Everyone talks about it. But no one talks about it from the perspective of the Divine Mother. Now, what I mean when I say Divine Mother, I mean a mother who is here to birth and raise children, divine children, who she is connected to God. She has a purpose. She feels called to live by God's guidance, her own higher self guidance that comes through from her heart. So she is here living in mission and purpose, and that may look like just raising your kids in a really intentional way, or it may look like having a business, a spiritually based business. It may look like working in childcare centres and bringing a new perspective to the way that childcare centres operate. So it can be absolutely anything. But what is the important part to note here is that you feel really called to be deeply connected and devoted to both God and your children and yourself. However, there is something that keeps this imbalance happening, that you can't really fully come into this point of equilibrium or harmonization within this trinity with God, your child, and yourself. And it manifests in those ways of when you really try to step into your purpose and step into your calling and follow your mission, then you are met with all of that fear and shame and guilt around it. It will manifest as imposter syndrome when it comes to creating your business or stepping into your purpose, but also imposter syndrome as a mother. Now, who can relate to imposter syndrome as a mother, or all of the fear, shame, guilt around being a mother? And how you show up as a mother, and all of these expectations around what that looks like. And so this wound is carried from the very beginning of existence, the beginning of time. And it was created as a way to cause separation within the powerful divine mother. She is connected to her intuitive gifts, her intuition, and the mother who is connected to her intuitive gifts, her healing, her intuition, her power, her all-knowing is not controllable. She is not bendable to the hierarchy. And so a way to keep her in fear, the biggest way to keep her in fear, is to reach her through her children. And so those mothers who were threatening because of their powers, or others felt intimidated or threatened by them, they would have the persecution wound imprint, where they were either killed for their powers or so forth. But more importantly, they had their children used against them. So their children stolen from them, taken from them. Maybe their children were actually, and this is really brutal and explicit information, but maybe their children's lives were taken in front of them. Maybe they were had the children taken from the womb. This has happened because the child carries great significance and great importance of a powerful child who holds great prophecy coming through the powerful divine mother, and whose womb has been used and manipulated and impregnated to manipulate that power and that genetic code and that divine blueprint for the benefit of whatever agenda is at play. So it was, in short, this wound and this imprint has been created to dim the power, to cause separation, because when a mother is aching and can't feel deeply connected to her child or feels fearful, because another thing that this creates is a fear of deeply connecting with our children, that we can't fully show up in unconditional love and support for our children because we are afraid of that, reliving that heartbreak. What if our children get taken from us again? What if I can't protect them, or all of those things, like the deep heartache that causes. So we create an energetic barrier, a block between that really deep unconditional love and connection with our children because of the fear of the heartbreak. So there are just many, many ways that this plays out in today, and it still plays out in the current reality. It's not so much the brutal experiences from ancient times. However, we now use current court systems, legal systems, schools. Ex-partners is the biggest one. Most women that I work with have some kind of an ex-partner or the father of their children trying to control and manipulate them and use their children as the biggest weapon against them, trying to frame them in the court system as being a terrible mother, trying to have the children taken off of them, even though the father actually genuinely doesn't truly love the child or really have a care for the child. The agenda is more aimed at causing pain and suffering and separation and dimming the light of the mother. Fear. And so that is how we allow this wound in today, is through fear. It's how it was always allowed in, is through fear. Fear is what allows everything in. And I know this all too well, because that's how it impacts us today. So anytime that we go to step into our power and we go to fully show up in our fully embodied selves, we get all of these activations, we receive all of this light, we get the clear guidance, we go to follow through, and we get however many steps in, and then suddenly we shut down. Or it might actually be that there is a life interruption, and maybe that there is an event that unfolds, and you use that, your mind uses that as a reason to come off course and to let go of your goal, of your vision. It may be that your relationship with your children goes in that ebb and flow, and on one moment you're deeply connected and engaged and you've got that beautiful flowing relationship with them, and then the next you can't get that connection level, and they come to you crying or they come to you with something, and although you want to be there and you really want to be meeting them with an unconditionally open heart, for whatever reason, you can't quite name it, you can't identify exactly what the energy is, but you just don't feel that really deep connected emotional bond with your child. It also manifests in letting go of our connection with God. And that's like my most recent experience, and how this series was born was disconnecting, unplugging. I unplugged all of my senses, my abilities, all of my deep connection with God, with my higher self, with the vastness of my energy field, so I could just be in the human experience, because I had created a lot of fear. I had let the fear in, and I couldn't, I didn't have the capacity to hold it all. So that is a little bit of a pre-frame. So if any of this resonates with you as you receive this, please share within the comments. Do you feel that tug of war where you feel like you're on mission, you're on purpose, but you feel guilty because you're leaving your children behind, or you're not really as emotionally available or present with your children. And so you go deep into your children, but then you feel more fear and shame and guilt about leaving your purpose behind, and, stepping away from that, or like you can't solidify and anchor your connection with God. And we've got all these stories around, I need to be in meditation for 30 minutes a day and doing yoga, and I need every meal and every walk to be a ritual, and all of these things. And yes, that's all really beautiful, but when you're a mother, that's not really realistic or sustainable. So it's about, being able to see the opportunity to connect with God and to connect with ourselves and the mirrors that are happening all around us in every single moment, and our children being our biggest opportunity to do that. And our children don't actually create disconnection and distraction from our connection with God. It's actually our perceived experience that does. So before we go into the transmission, now that should be all alive in your body, and anything that is coming to the surface, any awarenesses that are there. And I'm just going to gently invite your body to allow for any information to come through as I continue talking. Music. I really wanted to have music for these transmissions, but I haven't yet figured that one out. I'm new to doing these YouTube lives. It's just what I was guided to do for this series. So here I am. But I invite you to play your own music if you would like. If you feel that it can take you deeper into a connected state of being, a heart, brain coherent state, then I invite you to have some gentle music playing in the background, and I'll let you know that we are going to be working mostly with the root, the sacral, and the heart chakras today. They're the chakras that are going to be most activated. However, it could be any and all chakras that bring you information, have energy cleared from them, and are activated. So just keeping that in mind, you may wish to choose a track or a frequency that is supportive of the sacral, root, or heart chakra. And yes, I think that is all I needed to cover before we jump on in. Just another bit of awareness. This is a series designed to help divine mothers reconnect deeply with themselves, to remember their true power, but also to reconnect deeply with their children and with God, without all the fear, shame, guilt, and doubt that comes up that I was just speaking into. So there was one last fortnight, and I believe the next one will be next week. I don't think it's going to be a fortnight. I believe it'll be next week. We've probably got about another 4 or 5, I think. Haven't got the full information yet of how long this will go through for, but maybe another 4 or 5 of these transmissions. So I invite you to share them with a sister who you feel can definitely benefit from these reconnection transmissions, and also to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you get the notifications when they are live, so you can catch them live or catch the replay. Now, finally, in the description box, I have included a link to my link tree, which has how you can work with me. I am just landing in stability after traveling for 10 months. 11 months, nearly 12 months. So here in Tbilisi, Georgia, we are here for a little while, which has allowed me to open up my calendar to work one-on-one with beautiful divine sisters once again. So if you feel called to get some additional support, I'm offering donation-based sessions so that I can reach all of those who feel called and need to receive. So if you've got your track selected and playing and you can still hear me, and you find yourself a nice comfortable position, preferably in a sitting position if you can manage it. You could sit with your back up against the wall or a chair, or you can also lay down if you feel called to do that. But just know that in the sitting position, Your body, your chakra system, your energetic field will have more openness and spaciousness to receive the frequency and the transmission at a fuller capacity. So I do invite you to receive this in a sitting position if you can. Now, also without the music, if you hear a period of silence because I am not talking, this could be because I am receiving the information and awaiting the translation into word for you to receive in a cognitive way. It could be that I am clearing some energies. And so I invite you to just drop into the silent presence with your eyes remained closed. You will know when the end of the transmission is here. And just one last other piece of information is I have created a sacred healing portal for today's transmission. And I have declared that no other beings are allowed within the portal space apart from the mothers who are here to receive. So that means if you have any guides that you would love to work with or you always work with and you like to call them in for support, that is absolutely welcomed, but they will be supporting from the perimeter of the healing portal. It doesn't make their support any less beneficial. It just allows for each and every individual within the portal to move through it with complete sovereignty. And I always work with Mother Mary and Yeshua, so they will always be here supporting us. And they are here right now. So making yourself nice and comfortable, back to that. Allowing your body to move into whatever position. You may want to just roll your neck, get any cracks or kinks out and released. Finding whatever position is comfortable for you. And we're going to start with just taking 3 deep breaths to drop into presence. And as we exhale, I always invite you to exhale with a sigh. This time I invite you to keep the sigh a bit of a lower sound vibration, as if it is coming from your lower chakra system. So that way we are already activating and awakening the lower chakra systems. So taking a big deep breath in and exhale with a low sigh. Breathing in and out. And one last breath, breathing in and out. And as your body relaxes into presence, into comfort, we're just going to start with running the infinity symbol with our breath around the womb and the heart so that we can create a connection field before we dive into the transmission. So what this will look like is breathing up from the back of your womb space, weaving the infinity symbol around the front of your heart. It will come back down around the back of your heart and then cross back over to come around the front of the womb space or the sacral chakra. So if we're just going to run this infinity symbol, you may want to use your hand with your breath to help guide the energy to create womb heart coherence, allowing for deeper connection and energy activation as we drop in gently to the transmission. Ariashatako iyakai shiatoko. Ariashataka ina shiotoko riashataka. And just consciously, with 3 more breaths, running this infinity symbol, Ashiokoria Shataka, allowing the heart chakra to come fully online in coherent connection with the sacral chakra, Ashiokuriashataka, Viryashataka, and just asking that infinity symbol to remain active without your conscious awareness, and breathing for the remainder of this transmission. As we invite the body to drop into deep relaxation, allowing the shoulders to relax, the jaw to relax, all tension to drop away, fall away from the jaw. It is no longer needed. Now is the time to relax the tongue and relax your whole body into a state of safety and receiving. Gently offering the root chakra a safe space to feel held as it opens safely, softly, opens to receive, opens to bring awareness forward, and opens to vulnerability, knowing it is held, you are held, she is held. We are all held in this sacred space. Mother Gaia, Sister Tara is holding us. We are held, we are loved, we are supported. Akia no shutoki, akia na kariya shataka. So with that soft, gentle opening of the root chakra, I'd like to send your roots down, anchoring in on down into Mother Gaia, Sister Tara, connecting in with the earth grids, asking your higher self to guide you to the earth grids that hold the most supportive position for you right now. You may feel called to dive deep into the center of Mother Gaia's womb, anchoring into her beautiful plasma core. You may feel called to anchor in your roots in different energetic portals or juncture points that hold most support and relevance for you for this transmission. You may not be aware of what you're doing, and that's perfectly okay. Just know that your higher self is guiding you. And as we are anchored and supported and thanking Mother Earth, Sister Tara for holding us, bringing your energy field and your awareness back up through your feet if you have them planted, through your root if you have your root planted, back up into your energy field. And inviting the earth's energy to move through your entire body, move through your entire chakra system, activating the 7 chakras and chakras above and below, asking them to spin in all directions as fast as they can, coming online, opening, expanding. Asking the cellular memory, the physical matter, the subatomic particles, the neural pathways, the nervous system, all to come online, to be activated into the awareness of what it is you are ready to dissolve in today's transmission, allowing the energy to be brought forward with gentleness, with love, with safety, knowing that today's transmission will be designed to dissolve this energy away in the most supportive, gentle, nourishing way. Akai kiana ishitiki no koria shataka. Aria shataka ikina ashi atokopotoye. Sotori ata kiana karia shataka. And as we are connected to the earth, it is now time to connect to the above. Sotokoria shataka. Sending your energy up through your upper chakras, shooting up into the sky above, into the heavens above, into the dimensions, the galaxies, allowing your energy field to connect in with the highest dimension from which you are connected, connecting into your most purified expression, to your original divine blueprint, into your most supportive codes and frequencies that are ready to be received today, and also the codes and frequencies that is most supportive in holding you in the above. And gently bringing that ascended energy, bringing it back down into your body, allowing it to gently land into your body. And as the ascended energy is coming on in, we ask the sun codes, the golden frequencies of the sun, the life vitality that the sun offers, to be received as a beautiful streaming golden light coming down in through your upper chakras and coming in through the entire body, filling all of the cells, all of the physical matter, lighting it all up. Preparing the vessel and the energetic pathways with illumination so that it may allow for easeful flow and receptivity of energy and awareness to be received. So that the cells, the physical matter, and the light pathways, the auric field, the plasma field, and all layers of your energetic and physical expression are aligned perfectly in harmony, so that you may be in the most receptive, held space that is possible for you in this transmission. Taking a big deep breath to anchor in those light codes, those frequencies. And just allowing yourself to feel the beauty of this, the gentleness of it, the aliveness of it, the expansiveness of it. Soaking up that beautiful energy as we journey now. We're going to bring this beautiful harmonic energy with us as we journey into the void of nothingness, where our cells have been flushed with the golden frequencies, where we are prepared and ready to drop into the no thing, where our minds are at complete ease and our intuitive levels and perception is turned up to the highest level of receiving, where the spaciousness of nothingness feels alive and comforting, where we allow all identities and stories to drop away, fall away. We are in the space of no thing. No thing is here. You are just your divine, perfect presence, experience itself in the void. The void of potential, the void of creation, the void of dissolving. Here to support you as I guide you through a journey through all past timelines with no bounds of dimensions or layers of experiences, allowing access to all multi-dimensionality possibilities that have played out for you across all timelines. Asking your higher self to take you on a journey through all timelines, back as far as you may travel, reaching all points of creation where this divine mother persecution wound took place. gathering up all of the threads, all of the heartache, all of the stories, all of the fears that were born from every time you as a divine mother had your womb used against you, your child taken from you, your child used as a weapon to cause separation in yourself, fragmentation, in your ability to love your child deeply, fragmentation in your ability to connect deeply with Source, to know your heart's calling, to follow it unapologetically. Arya Shatako. Arya Shataka Ikiana Shoto Ikiana Tayato. Journeying through all points of creation, of lifetimes, of ancient civilizations, of times we're not even aware of. Gathering all of the threads, the information, the karma, the trauma. Arya Shataka Ikiana Karya Shatako. Arya Shataka Ikiana Karya Shatako. And as you gather these pieces of information, you may have no awareness of what is happening or what is being gathered. You may be having flashbacks or memories. And just asking that any information that is being presented to you is presented in a gentle way, and only the relevant information that is necessary for your path forward may be shown. Arya Shataka, Uriya Shataka. You may receive the threads of awareness through imagery or feeling that you're gathering these all up. You may be feeling them pile on in your energetic field. You may feel them coming to the surface. You may feel them as a weight, as a burden, as a feeling, a sensation, sadness, anger, resentment. Ashia Korea Shataka, Ikina Karya Shataka. Allowing it all, whatever is coming forth for you is absolutely perfect. Allowing the physical vessel to feel safe, knowing that you are supported. As these threads of information are gathered up through your past karmic history, through your lineage, through the sum of your entire existence. Akarya Shataka, Ikiana Oshoto Iti and Akarya Shataka. Taking a big deep breath just to ground and anchor as these threads, this information is being brought to the surface, being bundled, getting gathered, being carried by your higher self. Arya Shatako, knowing you are strong, you are capable, you are ready. You are ready to pull all of these threads up out of the garden. You are ready to rip these karmic ties to what keeps you in tethering. You are ready to dissolve the divine mother persecution wound in all of its forms, in all of the ways that it has shown up in your experience, past and present. Arya Shataka Ikiana Karya Shatako. Arya Shataka Ikiana Ashatakiano Korya Shataka. Arya Shataka Ikiana Karya Shatako. Arya Shataka Ikiana Ayana Shiotoria Takiana Taishitikiano Ko Asata Ishitiki Ikiana Taya. Arya Shatako Ishiana Taria Shatako Muko Osotokoria Takiyano Ko Asata. And as your higher self has assisted you here and now to gather all of the threads of the past, we ask to gather the threads of the present. Where are the threads in the present still keeping you tethered? Do they represent as people in your life, as expectations, as pressures, as societal norms? Do they represent themselves as systems that you feel like you cannot escape or break free of? Where are these threads, these ties that are working through your energetic field, through your heart, keeping you in separation from yourself, from child, from God? Ashia Tukariya Shataka. Gathering them all up. They are no longer serving you. Declaring that any oaths, vows, contracts, agreements that you have created, promises to yourself, to your children, to God, they are all null and void. Ashya Toria Kiana Karya Shataka, no longer serving you. Aya Shotoria Takiana, Aya Shoto Oasa Takiana Karya Shataka. No longer supportive, Ashia Korea Shataka, and they are ready to be dissolved, Ashia Korea Shataka, declaring them null and void, no longer having any power over you, your decision, how you feel, Ashia Korea Shataka, Arya Shataka, Yikina Karya Shatako, Arya Shataka, Yikina, Aya Shatokoria Shataka. And now, with all of these threads, all of this awareness, all of this energy, however you are receiving it, perceiving it, we're going to go on another journey, knowing that this is the last journey that you carry these imprints, these distortions, these threads, these ties with you. That this is the last journey that you will take in the separation. Ariyashatako yikiana kariyashataka, journeying from the void up with these threads, knowing that they may feel like a weight to carry, but they hold no power over you. They are weightless. That you can take them with you to the temple of light, a beautiful temple of light, a glowing, expansive, supportive temple. It's activated, it's ready for you, it holds you. You can hear the angelic song of this temple, the angelic codes, the frequencies that are already dissolving these threads as you enter. They are already working in the name of purification to assist you, to hold you in the dissolving of these wounds that you have carried for far too long. Arya Shataka Ikina Ashatako. Arya Shataka Ikina Karya Shatako Ikina Arya Shataka Ikina Osotoko. And as you enter this beautiful temple, in the center of this temple, this holding this high vibrational, high frequency place of power, of purity, you see the glowing bath, the crystal waters calling you forth, a deep well of activated water, of healing waters. This is your purification bath, the bath that holds the power to dissolve every last ounce of those threads that you gathered up. You feel called to step in, to lower yourself in, to feel the weight of those threads just dissolve instantly, to feel that they never were you. They hold no significance over you and your experience, that they are dissolved into nothingness, that the crystal waters have taken them from you and left you with who you truly are, with your divine remembrance, your divine inner knowing, your divine connection, your gifts, your abilities, your connection to your highest evolved, purified self, activated and alive in your heart, your ability to love unconditionally, not only your children, but yourself, your ability to see the thread between self, child, and God, how it is perfect, how you are all one and the same, a mirror for each other, a remembrance of your ability to love unconditionally, to be there emotionally for your children, to be the connected, conscious mother that you know you can be, and to choose your divine purpose, your full embodiment of your light, the highest frequency with that which you can hold in this earthly realm, your ability to ascend and expand through the 4D, the 5D, to anchor in your 7D body, to anchor in your 7D consciousness and beyond, plugging in now to the 7th dimension consciousness that your blueprint is here to bring through. And if it feels true, connecting to the 8th, 9th, and 12th octave, connecting those pathways back up through the Christed waters, supporting you to receive the codes and the frequencies of your divine blueprint that is active and available to you in the 8th, 9th, and 12th octave. Arya Shataka Yeshitiki no Korea Shataka. Moria Shataka Yeshitiki no Oa Sata Yishia Niki no Korea Shataka Yishia Moto A. Arya Shataka Yiki no Korea Shataka Yana Korea Shataka Yeshitiki na Korea Shatako. Arya Shataka Yiki na Korea Shatako Asatakaria Shatake. Receiving the codes and the frequencies of your truth, your divine truth, your absolute knowing, your power, your body feels it, your energy field is activating, like it wants to birth something new into this world, birth something new into these beautiful Christed waters, like a home birth, like a water birth. This is the new frequency that you are here ready to embody, to receive, to anchor and to solidify into this existence. Arya Shataka Ikiana Karya Shataka. And if it feels true for you, I invite you to declare out loud that I choose to anchor and solidify this frequency into my existence, that I choose to make this my truth. Arya Shataka Ikiana Karya Shataka. That I choose to live only by this guidance, this frequency, this wisdom, this gnosis. Arya Shataka Ikiana Karya Shataka. Oria Shataka Ikiana Asata Ishitakiana Karya Shataka Oria Taka. Breathing in the frequencies, allowing them to fill all of you filled with this beautiful light, these high vibrational codes, this song, this remembrance of who you truly are, activated in your heart, your sacral, your root, and all of your chakra systems, Ashia, Doria, Shataka, Shataka, aligning and recalibrating with your physical matter and your light pathways, your auric field, Ashia, Korea, Shataka, Arya Shataka, Yeshitaki, Nukuria, Shataka, Arya Shataka, Yikiana, Karya, Shataka, Moria, Shataka, Yikiana, Karya, Shataka. Recoding your physical matter, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, ashitiki and okuriashataka, ariashatako, with this frequency of your truth, your remembrance, ariashatako, ishitiki, 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 ariashataka, iki and okuriashataka. Activating your codes of remembrance and asking your higher self now to gift you with a piece of information that will help you, assist you to know your truth, to carry this frequency with you as you return to the earthly realm, return to your motherly role, return to your embodied goddess state. Ashia Korea Shataka, Arya Shataka, Yikina Karya Shataka. This gift may be received in word, in frequency, vibration, image, color, sound. However it comes through is absolutely perfect for you, Shioko. Mayo tori ya shata kai ya nakai shite ki ya sotoka. Arya shata kai ki ya nakashi otoki ya taka ishite ki ya tata. Another big deep breath in to anchor and solidify. As your body is receiving these codes and remembering that this is your truth, your nervous system is safe to hold this. Your nervous system is safe to receive the information and to embody it and to create this as a new template within your operating system, within your field. Asking all layers of your light matter, physical matter, plasma, to be activated and aligned with this new frequency. Asking that they be aligned in perfect harmony over your physical and anchored in to your experience. Ashio Kuriashataka, Ariashataka, Ikiana Kariashataka, Oriashataka, Ikiana Kariashataka. This is you, you are this. This is your truth. Ariashataka. All that has been dissolved is not your truth. This is your point of creation, the point of frequency from that which you can live, receive, give. Ariashataka. Ikiana Kariashataka. And so thanking the Temple of Light and the bath of the Christed healing waters for their support, their frequency, their love, their holding. Ariyashataka, Yikiana Kariyashataka. As we ask your energy to gently come back down through the layers of that which we have journeyed, back through the void, and coming back, finding its way back into your physical vessel, gently coming back in, landing in. You may choose to use your hands to help pull and anchor your light body back into your physical body, asking the light body to be anchored in as far down as it is capable of in this moment in time. Ariyashataka, Ariyashatako, Yikiana, Kariyashataka. Reconnecting with your physical through movement, allowing the light body to move further down. You may want to move your neck, sway side to side, stretch, open your heart. Take some big, deep, anchoring breaths into the here and now, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And one last big deep breath in to solidify and lock this in place. And out. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, coming back to full awareness. And I invite you to leave in the comments section what came up for you, any awarenesses, any new pieces of information, what is your the guidance that you received for your embodiment of this light, this frequency. Love to share. Let's support each other in the comments and share this transmission with anyone who you feel may benefit from the frequency that was called in today. And for your integration, I have been guided to recommend pomegranate. Pomegranate is a symbolization of the physical with all of its beautiful, juicy little seeds, a representation of the human cells with which we have just worked with and anchored in this new light. And the crimson red color representation of our womb, our moon cycle, and all of those beautiful feminine energies that will be supportive of you. So if you can get your hands on a pomegranate, I recommend it. Lots of water, sunlight if you feel cold. You may feel cold to stay in the dark, but also any sugars or light foods that you feel will support you. Much love, beautiful sisters.